Yeah, I mean,
Has it got to that point?
that's super pride. You know, I don't really worry about the catch when we get to continue. Currently, we're still moving forward.
Were you conscious of like how good of a game you're having in the middle of it, or sort of just kept playing?
I just kept playing. That's it. You just gotta stay focused and keep playing. That's really about it.
And I mean, obviously you did a great game, but do you sort of qualify that it was just Hawaii, you just sort of do out there and you leave what you have on the field?
What's the question again?
It was like, I mean, when you have like a performance like that, do you ever like qualify like is it Hawaii or does something like against Oregon mean something more to you?
No, that's all mean the same. A game's gonna be a game. Everybody's gonna give you, run for your money. Hawaii did give us a run for their money. They're a great team. And just got to go out there and execute what you did in practice.
You and Matt talked, on the field, he was kind of angry at you, it looked like. Did you guys talk again after that, in a meeting situation or anything like that? Or was it kind of like just everything was addressed right there on the field in those 10 seconds after?
No, we talk on the sideline. For the most part, it was addressed. I made a mistake, and that was it.
What's it going to take for you to have a consistency in those big games and those big numbers?
Just continue to execute in practice. Continue to come out here and do what I'm supposed to do and continue working hard.
What about this experience this weekend, have a chance to go back east, play on the East Coast, outside of New York City, Giants home stadium, Jets home stadium?
I think it's going to be great. I got a little turf, so turf makes you pretty much a little bit faster. Syracuse is a great team. We're gonna go out there, just work hard, try to get the win, and enjoy being out there.
Well, after the week you had last week, you're going to be licking your chops when you see Northwestern putting up 42 on that.
Not necessarily, they can come out with some amazing things. Syracuse is a great team, so therefore we do have to practice hard to execute everything.
So you guys dropped to number 2 in your latest AP poll this morning while you guys were practicing. Is that something you guys care about, think about at all?
No, we don't focus on stuff like that. Our motto, prep, not the hype. We don't really worry about, the rankings. We just worry about coming out here, executing in practice, and going on to the next game and playing the next team.
And one of the early Heisman.
Against Hawaii?
People can think what they want. It doesn't matter to us. Like I said, all we're going to do is play our game. And if people don't like it, we don't mind. We just don't play. And do what we're supposed to do, execute, come to practice, and go play the next game after.
Marqise, in one of the early Heisman polls today, guy voted you number 1, said you might be the best football player in the country right now. What do you think when you hear people say that?
I appreciate it. Big shoes to fill. I'm not really worrying about that. The main thing we really focus on is, is coming out here and executing, taking one game at a time, practicing for the game and going out there and executing on the field. Not really worrying about the hype and all the accolades that come with it. But I do appreciate what people are saying. I'm gonna continue to work hard. That's really about it.
And your touchdown run back, did you see where Nelson was? Could you see him out the corner of your eye at all?
Yeah, that's the reason I actually scored. Besides the blocks, of course we had great blocking, but I just followed Nelson all the way through. My coach said follow him, and Nelson did a good thing of leading. And I just followed him all the way through.
How did he stay ahead of you?
Yeah.
Huh?
How did he stay ahead of you?
He continued to run full speed.
He was kind of running sideways almost. Were you surprised that he was staying a little ahead of you?
Nah, I know Nelson's a fast guy. And he was a great leader because I knew he was going to run right through the hole. The hole was big. He led me through. I tried to catch him. Couldn't catch him. And that was about it.
There was an incomplete pass. It was a little bit of a low throw. And afterward, you kind of made a gesture to kind of get the ball up. And the game announcer said that they viewed that as showing off your quarterback. Did you realize that you were doing that at the time? Did you talk about it with Matt? Is it something that you'd rather not do during a game?
Now that the announcer talk about it, I guess I'm going to do it. It was no disrespect. Matt knows no disrespect. I never intended to be disrespectful way. I never knew it was, to tell you the truth. But I guess I just keep it to myself. But me and Matt actually talked about it on the sideline. Either way, I should have caught the ball. The ball was capable of being caught. I should have caught the ball anyway. That was one of my downfalls, one of my drops. I considered a drop. Me and Matt went to the side. We talked about it. Matt said I should have got up, and I told him no. You know what, I should have caught it regardless. So I always catch it in practice. So there's no reason I couldn't catch it in the game. So he said, okay, and we move on. I don't really necessarily pay attention to what people say. But as long as I'm on the same page with Matt and me and Matt is talking about it, and Matt's okay, and Matt's understanding, that's the most important thing.
He said also that after the play where I guess you ran the wrong route and he was yelling at you, that 5 seconds later you guys were fine.
Yeah. It's a game, At that time, I actually didn't know what I had on the play. I was kind of confused. Then, Matt, got upset a little bit. And he talked to me, and after that, it was okay. I mean, it's this thing where you're a team. You know you're going to make mistakes. You got to let it go and move on.
Because those things are kind of a commonplace between a quarterback and a receiver.
Exactly. I mean, you know problems are going to occur within the game. And at that case, we had a problem. Matt was a little bit upset, and I fully understand. I take responsibility for it. And then we went to the sideline, talked about it, and he's like, it's okay, move on. You got to continue to move on.
What was he upset about?
The fact that it would have been open. When we look back on film, I actually would have been open and possibly got another catch. And just the fact that, by me running the wrong route, I actually got him hit. If I ran the right route, he would never got hit. He would have the ball out already. Just things like that. So, I mean, Matt's okay with it, and I apologize to him plenty of times. And we just move on, focus this week, make sure I'm staying locked into the game.
Did your helmet ever jam your earrings into your neck?
No. If it did, I'd take them out.
Sorry if I were repeating myself. It's going to be like out there in Giant Stadium. You think the atmosphere for a stadium like that?
I think it's going to be a great stadium. I think we're going to enjoy it, actually. They got the turf, so it's going to be really fast. Just to have the chance to actually go out there and play in a stadium like that is amazing, especially against a great team like Syracuse. I think it's going to be a good game.
What about coming in on one game like that and you guys were just so impressive? Any overconfidence factors that you got to be concerned about? Or no?
Not at all. I mean, we went out there and execute basically what we did in practice. Now we know we got to come back to practice and get focused again for the next game. We never get too hyped on it or anything. We just, play the game. After that game, we happy we won, and we move on. The next day, it's all over.
When Kiffin says kind of repeatedly, that you're going to be the best receiver ever to play here, do you hear that? Do you like that kind of pressure? Do you even consider it pressure? How do you react to it?
Yeah, that's super pressure. It's crazy. For your hair coach to say something like that, it's amazing. But then again, it's just. I think it's a thing to where it motivates me. That's a big shoe to fill, And, I got a lot of filling to do, and I'm just gonna continue to work hard so I can live up to that expectation or where he wants me to be, or where I want myself to be actually, and just continue to work. That's really about it.
Your performance on Saturday has kind of vaulted you into the Heisman Trophy, buzz. Everyone's talking about you. Are you aware of that? And do you like that, or would you rather do without it? How do you feel?
They just told me a couple of weeks ago, but to me it doesn't matter. Actually, I'm gonna continue to go out there and do what I'm supposed to do in order for our team to get the win. If I'm on it, yay. If I'm not, so be it. I'm still gonna execute and do what I'm supposed to do in order for our team to progress.
Matt targeted you more than any other receiver on Saturday. I was wondering, how would you evaluate, your chemistry with him after working with him for, a full year and a full spring, and maybe compared to his chemistry with Robert?
The chemistry for both of us is there. I think, we still got a couple of things to work on. People might think chemistry is great, but we still got some things to work on, which we come back to practice and actually work on. Main focus is coming out and staying focused. Maintaining that chemistry, not necessarily letting it fall off. That's really about it.
Head for that kick return.